Minister speaking there. Well, let's cross now to Prague and speak to Petr Ježek, who is an MEP and a member of the group of Alliance of Liberals and Democrats for Europe. Thank you very much indeed for speaking to us. Just tell us, what's your view on this idea that EU countries be given quotas?
Good evening. Well, I think it's a wrong view for several reasons. Well, first of all, I think that the imposed quotas can work neither for refugees nor for countries on which they are imposed. At the same time, I think that people think that the United Nations particularly, but also the European Union, it's doing next to nothing to tackle the root causes of the crisis, and they are just counting refugees. Also, people think that there are many economic migrants who ask for asylum, not only genuine refugees. Also, it seems that obligatory imposed quotas can turn waste part of the population in some countries against the European Union and reinforce the parties who are against immigration, who are populist. And also in the Czech Republic, well, where we do not have that much experience with integration of people from, let's say, Africa or the Middle East, we started to debate on migration. But when the idea of the imposed quotas was unveiled, it stopped the discussion entirely, and everything was turned upside down and against migration.
Okay, so we're in very much uncharted territory here for the European Union. We've never seen anything like this before. We just heard the German foreign minister saying this is possibly the biggest crisis in the history of the bloc. What are you therefore proposing that our ministers, our representatives in Brussels, do about it?
Well, I'm very worried, and I think that it's the biggest challenge ever the EU faced. But, well, I think that well, first of all, we should tackle the root causes, which are in Syria, Libya. 2 days ago at the plenary in Strasbourg, my political group asked for renewed effort to get UN on board and to get it intervene in Syria and to stop the conflict there. And we will be in touch with foreign ministers again, because we think we should go the extra mile to contain and finish the conflict there. Other thing are that it seems that UN, it's really doing next to nothing. Well, it seems to be a monumental failure. EU is trying, but apart from quotas and some measures on the EU side, I mean in Europe, there are just words. I would expect in such a situation that there would be a task force created in the EU, composed of, I don't know, some 100 persons, seconded from the Council, the Commission, the Member States, Home Affairs people, military people, international lawyers, diplomats, working on shifts around the clock and proposing and taking measures. Well, something must be going on. We cannot just talk about quotas and that Mrs. Mogherini should go in a month somewhere.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing that with us, MEP Petr Ježek. Thank you so much for speaking to France 24. Well, on